Nidus Breachcast, the world's first identity management app made exclusively for identity experts and product owners, is available in the iOS App Store now.
So we are at the second day of Identity Week. I'm here with Gal Haselkorn from Corsound AI. As you can see, we're at the startup booths, and you have the Nidus booth right here. You have the Corsound AI booth. So we've been next to each other over these past couple of days. What do you think of the event?
A bit disappointing.
Okay, so I appreciate the honesty, because everybody else will be like, yeah, this is great. So why disappointing?
I think the amount of people we believe will come over. We haven't seen the masses of people coming over, and also again less than what we expected. We thought it's gonna be much bigger, much more than what it was.
It's definitely a much smaller event than, say, Identiverse in Las Vegas. I don't know what other events you guys have had a presence at.
We haven't been. This is the first time for this kind of event. We're just coming out of stealth mode, so it's kind of a first for us. We had 4,000 people to attend. So we looked into the agenda and the context and everything, and we thought maybe we were to be blamed for. It's going to be much more people. Also, the startup event yesterday of us pitching over there. Again, it was a noisy environment, very unstructured, and very difficult to create any kind of proper speech about what we do. So again, we thought it will get us much more attention than presenting in front of 25 people.
Sure.
At the corner.
I can understand that. And hey, you will have an audience, definitely more than 25 people on the Nidus Anarchy series, so it's great to be here with you. Tell us a little bit about Corsound AI. You guys are based out of Israel, right?
We are based out of Israel, thanks. We provide voice-related identity theft prevention and voice deepfake prevention solutions by being able to analyze the voice very deeply. Our first solution is around voice deepfake detection. That's a kind of a growing phenomenon in the world. We see it all around. And the second one is a very unique approach about the correlation between voice and face, what we call voice-face matching, voice-face capability, is to link someone's voice to his face and create a very unique voice-face signature for each one of us, making a biometric analysis of the voice and the face into a very smooth way to identify who is the person.
So this is a huge issue. We actually covered something about this on the podcast. You probably saw a story out of the US where there was, I believe it was a principal who was allegedly caught on audio saying a bunch of racist things about black students, and it turned out this was a deep fake that was captured by, I believe, a janitor who worked at the school, and this guy lost his job, this guy was smeared. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more of this.
I think you're absolutely correct. I think our coming years with the new Gen AI tools, we will see more and more deepfake. Video, it's there. Picture, it's there. Voice, deepfakes are all around us. So to a point where it's going to be difficult for us to distinguish between real and clone.
Yes. I mean, I heard the deepfakes, and I would have no way of telling those were not real.
Yeah, there was the issue with Biden in New Hampshire in the preliminary elections that he was allegedly calling people at home, telling them not to go out. It was deepfake. And there was Taylor Swift now with all the movies that came out of Taylor Swift movies. None of them were her.
Did you see there's a booth here that you look into the camera and it makes your face look like Taylor Swift?
Or Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
Yes, the one. And actually what we are trying to do is that if you'll take someone's voice and face, we will tell you that it's impossible coming from the same person, or it is coming from the same person, because we believe it's very, very challenging and difficult, to the verge of almost impossible, to fake both at the same time. So you can either very good do a voice fake, which we will catch separately. You can do a video fake. Again, there are tools to catch video. But if you try both as an identity to go into, to be verified by both, it's very difficult to create something that will bypass our solution.
Is there, I mean, it may be too complicated. Is there any way to explain to the audience what you do to detect a deep fake in terms of voice?
Yeah, there are few elements in the voice which are, if you go down to the level of the bit, which are still different between how a real voice is looking like when you analyze it to the bits versus a deepfake. One of the examples, it's the music. It's the way how you breathe through. It's the voice is not just the pitch and the level. It's also what we call prosody. It's the way of the music of the voice of it. And this is where there are still differences that if you deeply analyze into that, you can see a difference between a real and a fake.
So tell us more about how we can learn about Corsound AI. What's your website, LinkedIn, all of that?
You can look into mine.
And spell your name out actually for...
It's Gal Haselkorn, Haselkorn.
Okay.
So you look for me on the LinkedIn one, or you can go to our website. It's Corsound AI, and we will be happy to answer additional questions.
All right, so judging by this interview, I don't think you're going to see Gal or Corsound AI at the next Identity Week, it sounds like. Maybe?
You know, I'm too bold to tell you never say never, but challenging for me to justify the expenses next year again.
Yeah, it's a little bit different from us. I mean, Ted is traveling from New Jersey, I'm traveling from New York. You guys are going overseas to attend this event, so it's a big expense.
It's significant.
Understandable. Yeah. Well, I appreciate the time. It's
too.
Always fascinating to learn about deepfakes with AI. And as Adam, the usual host of the show, our CIO, would say, like, we're just in the infancy. It's only going to get worse from here. It's crazy, right?
Correct.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nidus has just created the first iOS app made exclusively for identity management professionals. It's called Nidus Breachcast, and you can download it now. It's amazing. We have real-time updates of all the latest breaches that are occurring, CVEs as they come out real-time, really pertaining just to identity management. We have media that's going on this podcast. We're going to be bringing in a lot more others as well. And we even have a complete vendor list of all the identity management vendors and all their products, so you can find out exactly where to download their software, all the documentation. And what's even more awesome is an identity management glossary. All those crazy words and acronyms that we can never remember, they're all listed in there for you. No ads, just pure information to make your life simple.